Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's a stormy day here. Other places in our state they're having tornadoes and I don't know what. We just had a big old heavy rain. You know, it's just kind of, which is great. We just filled up our tank from the spring. Now the spring has rained so much, it's going to rain until the afternoon. It'll fill that up again. Wonderful. Can these guys get out? Chapter 15. Part 1. Not sure. Hi, girls. Oh. Our parking lot. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh, that sounded like. Oh. Oh. What does that sound like? I've been waiting for you. Oh. Rain or shine, hot or cold. There's some things just always do. These guys are going to stay in today. We have a lot of wind on the menu today. Easy, boy. Easy, easy. Get that net. And though they've been out in storms, you know, overnight in the summertime sometimes. That after thought, well, let's see if they all come back, you know. Never a problem. Never. Never had a problem. What's wrong with my hat today? It wants to fall over my head. My little bear. It's not my hat. I keep wearing it. See if someone says, hey, that's mine. Jack. Jake's going after stick. Dogs can be so verbal. So funny, right guys? You're so patient, huh? What's he doing over there? Huh? Anything interesting? Chasing after sticks? Yeah. No piggy goodies today. I think they came out. Let's go check. Oh, there's one. Come on, piggy. will have both bowls if you don't hurry. So, though it's already passed, I like to talk a little bit about how we teach our children truth. Sometimes I wonder if all the negative people like to share this, that. I mean, sometimes it gets to the point with someone where, you know, I don't really need to know that you got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. Yeah. Not really. Okay. Everyone every once in a while gets out of the wrong side of the bed. If you look at the night before, then you probably know why. So you get the one part of the morning, but you're not getting the other part of the evening. Okay? Then yes, okay, well, you gotta have yourself to blame for that. Well, okay, you see? And so I can't prep anything for tonight either. Forgetting, gosh, all the sob stories. It's odd to me on how the internet is being used these days. And you're getting all this half stuff. Well, that's not enough. That isn't. You know, if you're putting a post on, I'm assuming you want some kind of, you know, anywhere you want some kind of a reaction, right? Then when you give a reaction, people come back at you and they're mad at you, going, "Why are you mad at me for? I didn't put that post out there for a reaction. Here you're getting one, an honest one, a truthful one. That's not good enough." So basically, right, I'm supposed to just stroke everyone's, okay, yeah, I understand. I don't understand. I know that everyone, including myself, sometimes flashbacks happen, okay, where you have these moments of, I wish things would have gone different. Where one's not so happy with either a circumstance or a person. That's a flashback though. You see? Okay, so that one flashback that you have then determines the rest of your day. Well, that's not, what a waste of time. I have to say for myself, though I'm not always successful at it, I still work on things that I tried it. Gus! 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 No! Yeah, he's getting there. Huh? I'm going to have that training with him before he gets too big. I'm going to be able to turn him over. Where was I with all that? Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. where I reflect on what I could have done better. Oh, buddy. Sometimes I can't come up with something I did wrong. Then I'll have to just leave it at that. And when I have one of those flashbacks where I just, oh, that was a sad moment, this, that, then I'll look at on how things moved forward and how much do I actually have to complain about or reminisce about on a bad experience, if that's really needed. There's James fixing our, good time to do that in the rain. Here. There. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, so, and then another one that I saw was these cryptic messages. You know, what did that, and I'm not just going to like something or love something or be sad about something if I don't know what's going on. So if you really need to help this someone, really, then share the story per se. Share it. But share it in a way where you're going, anybody have a solution for this? Yeah? Is there something that I can do in my life different to avoid certain situations? That's constructive give and take right there. Just to let me know on how miserable you are. Okay. With half the story of this, doesn't mean anything to me. Nothing. I think that is one way to take all this negativity out there, which seems to just rule most of the population all around the world, is to start to restore that, to go, okay, I need some help here. But then do it not just, oh, I need to talk to you. Don't talk to me over the internet or to, I don't know how many of your friends you got looking. Then you call up someone or get together with someone, one-on-one. That's what you do in a situation like that. If you need to just, can you just listen to me? I just need to get this off my chest. I just need to whine about it. I don't need any advice, this, that. I already know where, what, how. I just need a listening heart to regain my balance. But you don't do that over the internet. You just don't. Because again, I'm not going to get the whole story over one sentence that I can say, okay, well, clearly something's going on. I have no clue what. It is posted here, so there's a reaction expected. But I'm not going to give you that reaction so that then, oh, you feel reassured over something I'm not sure I should reassure you of. Give you permission to. You see? So, that goes a long way on sticking. See, how much should I give you? Here. With the truth to start with. And then the other thing is, okay, so that's the introduction. To how to be truthful with children. You have to be truthful first with yourself. And as an adult, a parent, knowledge is a big thing. Knowledge is to study, to search, right? We're all parents for the first time. All of us. than their grandparents for the first time. Well, there's all this information floating around, and how many actually go and look for the really good information that is out there to be a good parent, to be a good mother and a good father, and to raise your child up into a heavenly person. Yes. Oh my gosh, what did I just say? I'd go to jail for that. To raise your child into a heavenly person. So what does that mean? They have to be perfect, this, that. Okay, I'm done. I don't need that help, buddy. Right. So there is. Yeah, so what is that? This, that? Well, every lineage on this earth, from your grandparents to your parents to yourself, then farther back, and then ahead, your descendants, this, that, they're all still restoring. So, I, for myself, have to say, with a few little, one or two, maybe a little bigger ones, things that happened with my children are heavenly children. When I look at my grandchildren, they're absolutely heavenly grandchildren. Every one of them has a heart of gold. Now, how am I saying? I didn't say every one of them is talented and so smart or this or that. I said they have a heart of gold. Every one of them. When it comes to their surroundings and when it comes to the people that they are around and have give and take with. That's pretty phenomenal. Yeah. Oh, so here I'm bragging again. I'm not bragging. I am proud of what I have established here on earth with my life. I am proud of the person that I have become. And it was work. In the physical and in the spiritual. Yeah. It's not just handed to you. Truth. Oh. There's a child playing. He's only 5 months old. I know he's huge, right? He's only 5 months old. He's playing. Should I stop him? It's just hay. Okay? It's in the barn. He's having a good time. There's only one bale. There's not much more left to chew up. Unless he... So is this a big deal? No. Because it's going to take me less than 60 seconds. Just put that all back on top there. Done. Right? Yes. Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Huh? All right. Water time. So Vernon, I have still talking. Haven't even gotten to, I don't actually like that per se. And people do that on video. So get to it already. Santa Claus. Some of you are going to think, she's going to take our Santa Claus away. No, I'm not. Not at all. I'm not going to do that. Because I know better. But how many parents, after their children are so and so old, take Santa Claus away from their children? And what does it cost? Most children aren't 20 years old, or most people aren't 15, 20 years old, okay, even 15, 18 and 20 years old when they find out, oh, Santa Claus actually doesn't, per se, exist, which is not true, by the way. Oh. That was the wrong step. Be careful. Most are still at a pretty tender age of learning how to trust others. Now suddenly, through something that they have been so excited about every year, this snack, that suddenly, what? I would say there aren't many children out there that, where there isn't some figure, some person attached to Christmas, right? The baby Jesus, Mary and Joseph, Santa Claus, and the reindeer, right? And the this and the that. He's starting on another bale. So, right? And then suddenly, it's not just about the presents, right? That they just focus on the present. Well, yeah, kind of, no. That is the highlight of it, this snap. But, right, in order to get the presents, that goes through someone. Fictional. Real. How fictional is it and how real is it? Then when a child suddenly finds out, whoa, that wasn't true. I'm not sure why psychiatrists and therapists haven't caught up, kind of picked up on that, on how especially now where children, so many children, right, in a way aren't surrounded by their parents anymore. Right? And then everything else that has been going on for years and years and years out there. Now another person is taken away, another figure is taken away from them, right? That they depended on just about from their life. You see? Okay, a little confusing. If you really think about it, it isn't. So here it is. When my children came and said, is there really a Santa Claus? I said, okay, let's think about this for a moment. I'll let you choose. Right? Is it fun to think that there is a Santa Claus going through the sky with his reindeer and brings the presents through the chimney, no matter how big or small it is? The magic that goes with Christmas time? You're going, oh. So I said, I want to let you choose. Right? You came to ask, which means that you have come to a very logical conclusion about all this. Now I want you to tell me, what's better? They all went, oh, well, to believe. I said, oh, okay then. But my children also grew up with the belief of the Holy Family and what happens at Christmas time and why we celebrate Christmas. Okay? So there is that. But here's another one, which I also taught my children. Gus. And that is, there really was a Santa Claus. Santa Claus is just short for Saint Nicholas. And in certain religions, Saint Nicholas is celebrated on the 6th of December. It has a little bit of a different function, but when it came down to it, stories change, that, and what it's been made into isn't the truth either. Saint Nicholas went around in I believe, Germany. The origin of Saint Nicholas is definitely at that time the regions were still more open. There wasn't necessarily all them borders with countries, and he went around with a donkey, a mule or something, pony. He went around and he collected from richer people all kinds of goodies, especially food. And then he would go to the places, the families he knew that they were poor. During that time, winter time, it's harder to get, at that time, much harder to get food, and would bring them something, right? Food, like oranges or apples, or sausages, or bread, something, right? Nuts, this and that. That's what he would do. And he would care. Right? He would care especially for the children. Especially, right? Yes, I'll read up on it. Yeah. There are different stories out there that St. Nicholas absolutely 100% existed. So when your children come, or you start to realize, they're starting to say like, yeah, Santa Claus is real, then you go and you study that with them. Yeah, St. Nicholas did exist. And then, yeah, people kind of used his existence so that we still remember him as well, in a little bit of a different form. You see? And combined the birth of Jesus, the Holy Family, this and that, with his give and take, his giving, present giving. Right? It's a beautiful combination. And it's a beautiful way to let your children know, yeah, the reindeer, probably not so much. But he did have an animal that carried the goodies. He had to walk. Yeah, he wasn't wearing a red suit or anything. A red suit, a red suit. But he was wearing a brown robe. Anyway, you see? Yeah. Look at you. I gotta get going here. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. I think we should beware on what we tell our children from little on. And I think that I found with my children, even if the truth isn't always pretty, even if the truth isn't always what they want to hear, they are strong personalities willing to at least hear the truth. What they do with it, then, yeah, that's up to them. And so if you search a little bit, okay, I started this as a parent, now I'm looking at this and go, how do I keep the trust my child has intact for persons in their life, for figures in their lives? Even if they suddenly kind of change a little bit. You see? Yeah. It's important as parents to do that. Right? And here's the main thing. Don't make St. Nicholas just your Christmas saint or something. Remember the Holy Family. Yeah. And again, you never know if when you do that, even if you otherwise don't do a whole lot religious, this, that, your children will have all their life something to hold on to that is truth. That will never go away. That will always be there. And you never know if your child needs that strength someday. You never know. So why deprive them of that? Regardless on how they choose later on. Right? Yes? And make Christmas truth. Make it truth. Not saying that you have to go now and tell all your children, hey, by the way. But when they start to, and you realize, this isn't going to work anymore. Right? The cookies and the milk and them having to go to sleep, and then, I sneak downstairs and I do this and I do that. Talk to your children, have the story ready beforehand. Or just do what I did and have the story already. As I said, the combination is beautiful. Why Christmas? And where do the presents come from? Why is that tradition? Okay. Yes? Okay. All right, got something basics always. We'll talk to you another time. Chapter 15, part 1. I had to move on with my chapter.